You would think that as divided as our country is, that at least there's got to be one thing that we can all agree is sacred: the well-being of our kids. But if this is what you think, you'd be wrong, because it's not the case at all. We have leaders in today's Democrat Party who are actively pushing an agenda to sexualize our kids at very young ages in public schools and impose this radical gender ideology that actually encourages young kids to go through dangerous medical procedures under this very misleading guise of quote unquote gender affirming care. Now, let's be clear, gender affirming care in the way that they are using this is nothing less than child abuse. At a time when kids should just be allowed to be kids, playing outside, playing with their toys, playing pretend, these kids are being asked questions and to make decisions about their so-called gender identity and what their sexuality is. For kids in middle school and high school, with their hormones raging and kicking in, this can be a pretty confusing time. And instead of just acknowledging this, we have so-called progressive activists who are pushing this dangerous agenda that threatens the very health and safety of our kids, criminalizes their parents who are going out and expressing very real concerns about what their kids are being taught in school, and it also dangerously undermines fundamental truths. Now, this is not just some fringe issue that's affecting a few people and that should easily be dismissed. The reality is that the very people in our society that we are supposed to be able to trust the most, teachers and doctors, these are the very people who are perpetuating the falsehood that there is no such thing as women and that there is no such thing as biological differences between sexes and that anyone can be a woman just because they feel like it, that our identity is somehow defined by what we feel. Well, feelings change. Nothing could be further from the truth. But parents, meanwhile, are being told that they must support their 10-year-old, 11, 12-year-old daughter going on puberty blockers, suppressing their hormones, or even going under the knife to remove their breasts, or else face the consequences. And those consequences, they will be accused of child abuse and potentially face losing their child, with the government coming and taking their kids away. This is not some theory. This is actually happening right now in our country. Parents are having their kids taken away from them for something as simple as refusing to call their child by a different pronoun than their biological sex.